Hello, people, and welcome to this week's Sprint League 1 race. This week we are round 2 and 3. We are at Britain for the first part, and then we are at China for the second. So it should be an interesting race going on tonight. Britain, or Silverstone, not one of the easiest tracks. There will be a hot lap guide, hopefully up next hour or so, and it's taken a little longer to render, unfortunately, than I anticipated. But let's take a look after round 1. We are looking at Sven Men, currently sat first with 48 points after finishing first and 6th in the first 2 rounds. A9 is in second, still Lepas in third, with 5 points, basically splitting the 3. It is round 3 and 4. It is round 3 and 4, isn't it? Thank you for pointing that out. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. What have I done? Thank you for pointing that out. I will sort that out after the stream. Thank you, VR, for pointing that out. I will sort that out in a minute. I can't believe I've done that. Oh god. It's been a bit of a rush day. But yes, as BR has pointed out, it is actually rounds 3 and 4. Because obviously 1 and 2 were in Bahrain and Spain. So I hope you all had good weekends and good Monday and Tuesday to your week. So looking at the table, it's all looking relatively close at the top. Like I said, the top 3 are separated by 5 points. Then a further 4 points behind that, we have Harv with 39, M Hyde with 32, Twinich with 25, Poli with also 25. I'm just going to call you Mitch, if that's okay. Behind him we have Steber on 23. No, Steber and Mitch on 25. Harms on 23, Danger on 14, Rossi on 12, Pappy Mo on 10, Ish on 9, and then 15 through to 20th are all on 0 points currently, having a bad couple of races the first time round. So yes, we're off to Britain. One of my favourite tracks, however, not so much in this game. The turning through Cops has a bit of a bump in it that proves to be problematic, I think is the word I would be looking for. But there is a lap guide, like I said, that is hopefully live on the channel within the next, say, hour, maybe 2. Like I said, it's taken a little longer to render than I anticipated. I think I maybe gone for the higher resolution than I should have. So, standard format for sprint, obviously one-shot qualifying with a 25% race. No safety cars. However, everything else is there. So, slightly different to what you would see during our 50% races. But nonetheless, just as entertaining. So normally during the qualifying, I don't really say much. Obviously, we watch to see if people you know, invalidate the laps. That's what I'm looking for. So everyone out on the softs, obviously it's at the fastest time they can. It's like Alu is already out. So Alu going to be starting from the back of the grid, unfortunately. Let's have a look. Who's out with Ish? Let's jump on board with Ish, seeing he's out front. About to go through Maggots and Beckett's. Dropping down one further. Taking that part expertly. However, Nico seems to be a tad bit quicker. No. Down through, is it Stowe? Or Hanger? Yeah, Hanger straight into Stowe one, that's it. Can never get them right. Twinish also, and so has Hyde, retired from the race unfortunately, having a bit of issues. And Nico going fastest with a 1:26.6, 2 tenths behind him was Ish. A few people unfortunately disqualified for track limits. So yes, out first we got the Red Bull of each just Nico with a 1:26.6, just behind him, and the Aston Martin is Ish with a 1:26.8. Harm with a Mitch with a 1:27.1, and Harm ever so close behind him with also a 1:27.1. And then unfortunately Steb, Swen and Rick disqualified for track limits, and then Hyde, Twan and Alu Palu unfortunately I think crashing out, which is so easy around here. I've been doing a bit of practicing obviously for my race later this week, and yeah, I'm having issues in a few places. Cops being the main one. That is an absolute son of a gun. So no formation lap, it will just be straight into the race. I'm probably going to guess that most people are going to go with a one stop. So if they're on the softs, they'll probably go onto the hards, depending on how far they can push. Could be wrong. And if people go onto mediums, they might. I didn't think we had a formation lap. So, obviously we got a formation lap. I didn't think we did. 2 people going out on the medium, so 9th place Stebber and 12th place Hyde, both going out on the mediums. Nico's slowing it down a bit, letting the pack catch up to him, so he's obviously not sat on the grid too long on his own. Oh, and Nico going a little bit wide there. So 14 drivers tonight. A few people are unable to make it due to other commitments, but at least it gives us still a good grid. So Ali, the final one to line up on the grid, and then everyone is ready. There we go. 3, 4, 5 lights, and we'll go! And who's going to get the best start? It looks like Nico's got a really good start, but Ish is also right up beside him. They're going to go too wide into turn 1. Oh, a little bit of a wheel bump, and someone just went massively wide. And it was Stel. Stel's gone off. I think he had a bit of a bump back there. But we still got Ish, Nico, and Harm flying out at the front. Ish getting the better of the fight there. Sorry, I missed a bit of it. I just need to see who went off. But wow. Too wide through 1 and 2 with a little bit of a wheel bump between Ish and Nico. Luckily enough, no damage to either of them. So everyone's still quite close throughout the grid. No one really. Oh, who we? Oh, and Rick literally with his front nose into Hype's gearbox there, not letting him get away by any means. Sorry for the timings, guys. But, obviously, we know this game's a little bit iffy. Everyone's seeming to get through. Oh, Twanish and Swen just chopping and changing here. Oh, we got someone that's just gone wide. I think it may have been Ali. Right, let's ignore the grid for a minute because obviously it's all over the place. So Mitch crawling all over the back of Harm here. Mitch going to want to be getting up as far as the grid as possible tonight, and maybe put him top of the championship by the end of it. Now, and I think the grid has finally sorted itself out. Still in the pits, obviously after his little first corner incident. I think maybe he got a little bit of damage and he's gone on to mediums already. So apparently Hype's left for the session. Oh, Rick has gone massively wide. What on earth happened to Rick there? I think maybe he lost it through there and he is in the walls. We now have a virtual safety car. So it's going to take a lot of these guys for the opportunity to dive into the pits here. Most of them are going to go for mediums. And Nico getting a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pits as well. So Ish being the first one in. Is he going to be the first one out after all of this? No, looks like Nico got the jump on him in the pits. And Alu and Hype's deciding to stay out. Hype's looking as though he's still not here. Slightly ghosted. But Nico definitely getting the jump on ish throughout the pits there. And we're back underway. However, Stell now has a drive-through penalty. Power cut. Oh, damn, Kieran. Do you want an invite, mate? I can send you another one. So yeah, Nico getting the jump on ish in the pits. Nah, cool beans, man, not a problem. Yeah, Alu out in front after they everyone pitted. Still on the soft, so he should be able to go a little while longer. And now he is taking first place, whilst overtaking Hyped. Hyped had a power cut, so he will be back and joining us very soon. You're now P2, buddy. Alu Palu has just overtaken you. But yeah, you are P2. You are up, up on the podium spot so far. So grid settling down a bit. Closest guys here are Harm and Harv. Obviously just under a second between them. So Harv is going to get DRS going through the straight here. I apologise. Safety car is disabled, however we had a virtual safety car. So you are currently slipping behind Ali, like 3 seconds behind him at the moment, or 3.5. So Mitch closing in on the gap on these guys here, so it could be a three-way battle for 5th, 6th and 7th. No worries, dude, good to have you back. Ali Palu set the fastest lap at 128.1. He is flying. Wanting to build a gap up as much as possible so when he pits, he's going to get, hopefully, out in a good space. Nico closing in the gap on height. Ish. Following closely behind, sticking under the 1.5 seconds behind. I don't know why it's just done that. The game's just decided, to not tell me what the intervals are. Thank you. Oh, you gotta love Codemasters. They seem to break a lot of things. So, Skullsy, Hype Skullsy is back. Welcome back, buddy. Good to see you driving. Out there in second, still on the softs. Nico in third. Now going through Maggots and Beckett's. Little bit slow coming out of that sector, or that section. It's a bit of a tricky one now. So, Alu carrying on. Hype's jumping into the pits now. No doubt probably going to go onto the mediums for the final 7 laps. So he's probably going to come out in 9th, I'm going to say. So, no, 8th, my fault. No, ooh. No, he's going to be a little lower than that. I forgot how slow it is coming out of the pits in Silverstone. So Nico pulling a bit more of a gap on Ish here, is now 1.6 to 1.8 seconds, so moving closer to the 2-second gap. So yeah, I mean the closest guys, we had Stebber, he's literally all over Sven's gearbox here. and it looks like Twanish just went wide, losing out on 2 places, both to Sven and Stebber here. So this could be a nice 3-way battle between the 3 of them, going through Cots, Maggots and Beckett's, see who comes out on top. Ooh, and Stebber's lost it going through it. Hitting the inside of the curb a little bit too much, heating up his rear tyres as well, so he's going to now have a little bit of an issue with those. It's given breathing space to Sven, even though Twanish is still behind him. Polus and Harm literally side by side through that chicane. And out is it going to go through the next sector? A stick on board. Ooh, looks like Harm went ever so wide there, allowing Mitch to close that gap a tad bit more. How's it going to be when coming out of here into the DRS zone? Mitch losing out ever so slightly on time there. Getting a better exit through there though. And Hard ever so close behind. And down the inside. Ooh, getting it done, but is Harm going to come back from the outside? No, he's not. Harm getting it done and stuck. Mitch getting it done and stuck now. Harm is now going to be seething and chasing that position back down through Cots, Maggots and Beckett's. Not going through the same system as his teammate. Lucky enough not losing their rears. Nice little run through there, nice and smooth. Hyde with a 3-second penalty for track limits on multiple warnings. I have noticed in this game that is broken, however. So this is going to be an interesting fight for the next few laps now. 5th, Harv in 6th. This is going to be an interesting battle, and it looks like they're closing in ever so slightly on Ish in 3rd as well. Alu's still out on his softs after 7 laps. The gap is steadily climbing as well, so that could be a benefit to Alu. And Harm not making the same move as what Mitch did last time round, obviously not close enough coming out of the corner onto the DRS. And we've got Hyde closing in on Sven as well, down in 9th and 10th. That looked like Harv going ever so slightly wide through the Cops. Nice little run through Maggots and Beckett's there for all 3 of them. So we're going to just jump down here because Hyde is closing in on Sven rather rapidly. Obviously on 2 different sets of tyres here. Going to be a benefit for Hyde. And he's not, pardon me, not going to get that done. And Alu has come into the pits. Where's he going to come out? 6th. He's going to come out 6th, 7th, 8th, 7th. Obviously, Twanish is a little further down the road. However, he's on much younger tyres. So for the next 4 laps, he might be able to just hammer the hell out of them. These 3 still find it off, but Hyde and Sven are really going at it here. So much closer coming out of the DRS zone there. Stead getting a 3-second penalty for track limits. Stead pulling out, but not quite close enough. I think his tyres may be a little more dumb. Stead also getting the fastest lap on a 1:27.7. So it's getting an interesting fight. Obviously, we've got what looks to be a 4-way fight coming on very, very quickly. Oh, definitely different grip levels and different lines through there. However, taking it a little bit too wide through there, losing him a bit of ground, and allowing his teammates close in on him. And, oh, ever so close through there. Down, oh, and Height has taken the dive down the inside of his teammate there and getting it nicely done. It's not the easiest place to get an overtake done, but when you do, it's very, very satisfying. So now, things slightly different. Obviously, Hype has managed to come back after his pit stop, climbing back up into the points, and looks like he just got the move done on Swen. Oh no, ever so close. Swen getting the better line there, but obviously, Hype is so close. I need to see what they are using. So Swen's still having 51% of his ERS, and using it now. Hyped not using any of his, but he's only got 27%, and his teammate got 33. So yeah, there's a bit of a difference between 8th and 11th here on their ERS use. Oh, what happened there to Swen? Did Swen just lose it through there? A little bit of a grip issue? However, Hype's getting a massive run, using a lot of his DRS there. Is he going to try and go around the outside of Twanich here? No, he's not getting that done. Trying to sell the dummy through that corner, and ever so close going into the chicane there. You could literally see how close he was to his gearbox. This has proven to be an interesting race, and also we got an even better one up front as well, that's closing in. You got Mitch, Harm and Harv all fighting out for third position, and Alu closing in on Pappy as well for 6th, so we will keep an eye on that as we go along. I think High's tyres down in 7th may have given out ever so slightly now. Hype's throwing a dummy there to Twanich, showing that he's going to go around the outside. However, the line for them both just made them ever so slightly closer than they want to be. So Alu closing in on Pappy here, but obviously he's going to get the benefit of the not having a penalty, whereas Pappy does. Also, look at the penalties. It looks like Ish may inherit the win. Ooh, Alu going ever so slightly wide there around the corner, also gaining the 3-second penalty now. So obviously, he's on equal terms with all the guys around him. Also setting the fastest final sector. Oh, and Hype managed to get past Twanich. Oh, Twanich coming back on him. No, Twanich losing out big time, coming through those, that right-hander. He is now slipped down to 11th, so he being the biggest loser of all of them. Harm dropping off ever so slightly from Harm, and Harm is closing in on Mitch here, so this could be a good fight for the final few laps. Sorry guys. So yeah, fight for third. Going to be down to the flag, I reckon now. Obviously with Harv slipping back a little bit, it's now just down to Mitch and Harm. So this is going to be interesting. So Harm having 22% and Mitch having much less. Hyde closing in on Swen, but Hyde has a 8-second penalty, so that's going to hinder him greatly. No, this is the one I want. Sorry, guys. So yeah, this is going to go down to the wire between these two. It's going to go right to the flag. It should prove to be interesting as... Oh, and Swen getting a further 3-second penalty. So he's now on to 8 seconds as well. Both getting a decent exit coming out of that corner. However, Harm having the DRS, and I'm going to presume, yeah, a lot more ERS as well. He's not going to send it down the inside. He's going to wait a little bit longer. However, getting a better run out of that right-hander, getting down the inside. He's going to get it done before Cops. Are they going to go through Cops side by side? This could be interesting. Side by side through Cops, sending Harm, Mitch wides. However, Mitch not losing out too much ground, thankfully. Side by side through Maggots and Beck. Oh, that's impressive. And Mitch getting the position back. Oh, Harm losing out. Was there contact between the two of them coming through Maggots and Beckett's? That is giving Harv a nice little run there. Is he going to make a last minute lunge into the last chicane? No, he's not. So crossing the line in first. Nico, congratulations, well done, mate. Mitch coming through. Isha coming through in second, however, taking first after the penalties. Mitch, Harv in third and fourth. Alu in fifth. Pappy in sixth. Harm, after that little incident, unfortunately, is going to be coming through in seventh. After his little spin through Maggots and Beckett's. Hyped, recovering, getting back up to eighth. Good drive from him there. Hyped in eighth, yeah. Twanich in ninth, Hyde in 10th, Swen in 11th, and Stebber coming home in 12th. After having his spin through Cops, which did not do him any favours towards the beginning of the race, unfortunately. But yeah, great racing, guys. Congratulations to the winners. Great racing. Alu Palu gets driver of the day here at Silverstone. So Aston Martin starting top step, Red Bull in second, and AlphaTauri in third. Yeah, some great racing there from all of you. Definitely loved watching every second of it. So on to the next one, which will be China. Definitely not one of my favourite tracks. So yeah, that will move the standings around a little bit. Can't figure out my head now. yeah, another great race. Hopefully China is just as interesting and as exciting as Silverstone was. China, my problem with it is the first two corners, because I hate them. They're an absolute nightmare. The rest of the track isn't too bad. Until you get, just remembering the track, the hairpin. Second to last corner, that hairpin. I hate that hairpin. That hairpin is the bane of my existence. I have had so many. I can never get the braking spot on. I'm either too late or too early. And if I'm too early, it just messes up your entire corner. So yeah. I could definitely think of much better tracks in China. I mean, Silverstone being one of them for me. Spa, Austria, so many tracks that I love. Okay, it looks like we're ready to go, guys. Let's rock and roll. You should see my move. Yeah, I think I may have just missed it. I'll watch the stream back afterwards, but yeah, I think I may have missed it, Skullsy, which was such a shame. Oh wow, that's impressive. And to send a dive from half a second down, that's some going. I've tried that a few times in the past and it's never worked out for me. But you want to see some of the people I have to drive with. especially last season. This season much better. So that's one of my worst corners there, and that's when it's just going around. My next hated one is this one. I just don't like that section. Keeping it nice and clean. Oh, just keeping it in the track limits coming out of the corner there. This is another corner I hate, this long one. So easy to get it wrong, and like Swen nearly did there, losing the rear end of his car. Hyder's retired.